What's going on, everyone? Yes, there's another toy review, and yes, the man that stands in front of you is the one and only Dredd, or also known as Judge Dredd. Now, this character here is based upon a very old comic that is still running today, and I will say this is definitely one of them characters that I fell in love with as a kid. I actually got a Batman and Judge Dredd book, and it is phenomenal, and I still own it, and I must say that book got me into Dredd himself. So this figure here is made by Mezco, which is also known for making some of them great Hellboy toys that came out a long time ago, which was really nicely done. This line here, I must say, packs a hell of a punch to be so small in a 6-inch scale world, or 6.5 or something. I believe it's 6 though. This figure is just really nice. So let's go ahead and jump into this toy review and see what it has to offer. So as always, let's look at detail. So let me see if I can zoom in, get y'all a nice close-up going. He's so small, shit, I might not be able to get a real big close-up of him. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Alright, but for the most part, just really nicely detailed. Mezco really did a great paint job, just the whole nine. Like, I really enjoyed this figure a whole lot. It's just so well crafted, and I've been wanting this Dredd figure for quite some time now, but one day I just sold a few things, came across some extra money. I said, you know what, let me go ahead and pick up that figure I've been saying I was going to get and stop bullshitting on grabbing them. So I finally picked them up, and I'm really happy with it, and I'm actually really looking forward to the Daredevil that's dropping. I already got him on pre-order, and after having this figure, that just made me want that Daredevil figure even more, to be honest with you. Oh. Just really nicely detailed. Alright, so that is his full 360 once over. Now let's go ahead and look into height comparison. So Dredd here stands about, like I said, 6 inches or so. This how tall he pairs up with Figma Guts. This how tall he pairs up with Miss Venus from Figma. And she's actually on a little stand, you see, so he kind of towers over her a bit. And this is how he pairs up with NECA. Oh! Damn, Kratos. That's how you feel? Alright, so that's how he pairs up with him. So he's a really tiny figure, like I said. So let's move them out of the way. Alrighty. And let's go ahead and jump into accessories. Now, the cool thing about this Dredd figure that I'm really digging is the fact that everything he has you can actually equip to him, which I think is fucking perfect, and it's just really nice that they took that step to give you a place for every single weapon. So you're going to get a baton, which is really basic, nothing too fancy, just a plain old baton that is dressed in solid black. Let me see if I can find that perfect focal point. There we go. It's draped in solid black, and it has a little silver piece on it. Actually, let's see if I can get closer for y'all. There we go. It's a little bit better. But yep, just a silver paint job that goes around. Pretty simple. What's nice, you have a little piece right here, and you can just tuck that straight into this. Just twist it to kind of get it in there to go easy for you. And now it's equipped it. So you get that. You're gonna receive like a little grenade. Let's see if I can actually get a good view for y'all. Let's move him back a bit. But really simple. Has the handle on it. Really basic. So weathered silver. Kind of like that, just a beat up canister look. And you get 2 of those. And they equipped on him right in the back. And this is soft rubber, so you won't have to fight with it to get it in there. Fits perfectly fine, which is also really nice. You're going to receive his Lawmaker. I think that's what this is called. Been a long time since I actually read most of his weapons or whatever. Let's see here. See if I can get a focal point for y'all. Man, he's just so tiny. Alright. So, Lawmaker is pretty simple. Got a few gray highlights. Mask within the black. And he also has this red little like energy level looking thing here. Let's move him out of the way 1 second. There we go. And the cool part is his clip actually is removable. This is a really nice touch. So let's go ahead and equip that into his shin, or into his leg in general, his lower leg. And that stays nice and firm. Don't gotta worry about nothing falling out. It works. Alright. You're gonna receive also his knife. This is also really nicely done. Really beat up looking metal. Black handle. Really designed well. Has that really sharp look. That goes into his other leg, lower part. You just drop that in there. That stays in place. Okay. And you receive his handcuffs, which is these right here. Now what's cool about these actually can fold in, like collapse on themselves, and they actually are functional. So you can open this part up. So this is really cool. Alright. As for this, now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably the only thing that don't have a place. So I'm a liar. This is the only thing that doesn't have a home. You can probably latch it onto the back of this if you want it, like just one of them, but you will have to have a grenade out. So that's the only thing that doesn't have a home by the looks of it. You're going to receive a total of 6 hands. What's cool, each hand is in its own dynamic pose, which I think is awesome. You didn't get a bunch of duplicate hands. That's boring. So you're going to receive this hand right here, which is like a grasp hand. Let me see if I can focus for y'all. There we go. Got like a grasp hand. This is meant for the grenades, if I'm not wrong. Definitely has the feel of a grenade on it. So it can hold the grenades or it can hold the cuffs itself. This hand over here is clearly his gun hand. See the trigger finger? Nice solid grip. And what's cool about these hands, they're actually pretty soft, so you don't have to fight putting the weapon in. Oh, and by the way, it's not only the gun hand, it is the hand for his baton, so it works for both. And like I said, it's a tight fit, so you don't got to worry about it falling out or any of that. And by it being a softer plastic, you actually don't have to worry about it staying warped after putting a larger weapon in there. Alright, so you're going to get that. You get kind of like this sprawled out hand, which looks amazing. Each hand is really, really crafted well. You can see the wrinkles in the gloves, so forth. Looks really good. And they change out pretty damn easily. You're also going to get a pointer finger, which is also nicely crafted. There we go. So that looks really good. And then you're going to get a pair of fists. So this is the only set of hands that are matched, which is also really nicely crafted. So you get those. Looks really good. Alright. Now, moving on to how Dredd suit works, along with articulation. This is where craftsmanship is definitely shown by Mezco. They did a really nice job with everything. So, go ahead and focus real quick for y'all. Let's zoom back a bit. There we go. So your head here is on a ball joint, okay, and you get some nice range without the neck. So you can actually put his chin down about that far. His head can go back about that far with just the ball joint that's in the neck. And if you use the neck involved, you get a little bit higher. You can look about that far down. His zipper does get in the way right here, so his chin actually start going into the metal. So you might want to be careful because you don't want to scratch no paint, which I don't think you will the way it's designed, but you never can't be too careful. Alright, so you do get that. Now what's cool about Dredd as well, he has 3 major magnets in his body. Clearly you can see it, me moving his name tag around. So he has one in his left breastplate. See how it just keeps going back? So, and it's strong because you see how far I'm dropping it and it's doing that. So you have a really strong magnet here. You have 2 strong magnets on his shoulder, which they look pretty weird and funky, but clearly you're not going to have his armor off, so it works. And that's the other magnet. So these definitely stay in place. You see how large they are, so they're definitely strong. Alright, and what's cool is that his arms seem to be on a hinge where you can push the arm forward or slightly back by the feel of it, but it is on a hinge / swivel, so you can put his arm up about that far and about that far back, go out about that far to the sides. And what's cool about it, by it being magnetic, it doesn't hinder his posing. The only thing that actually hinders his arm movement is the fact that his suit is skin tight to his body. If I had to make any complaints, and I won't even say it's a complaint, it's just, I mean, that's the material they went with, so it is what it is. You just got to be careful. This material is definitely the exact same material on some of my Metacoms. I can definitely see this material cracking over time if you move it too much. So I don't really mess around with this figure too often. I kind of just leave him be because I don't want nothing to happen to him, because I really do enjoy this figure. So you can kind of see even under the underarm pits is already very tight when lifting the arms up. So you definitely want to be careful. You don't want to tear no thread or you will be buying another Dredd. His arms have double hinges. Really nice pose. He does have a swivel in the bicep as well. Like I said, it's still kind of hindered due to the suit. Alright. Going down to his wrists, they're on swivels and a hinge, so they can go about that far down, that far up, and you can do the whole spin. Okay, so that works really good. Now if we unzip this, if I'm not wrong, I think he has a ab crunch. Yeah, he has an ab crunch. And what's even nice, they even went the long run and gave him nice shade in the muscle structure even under the suit. So even though you're not going to display him like this, it is an option. So that's dope that they didn't get lazy and just make some plain basic looking body. They did a really good job. But he does have an ab crunch under the suit itself. He can turn in the midsection and he can turn at the waist. The only thing is the suit hinders most of that movement, and by the looks of it and the feel of it, it doesn't seem like he tilts forward much. So he really don't have a tilt. So because if I try to lean him forward, he practically go nowhere. It's really just meant for rotating the body. Even when it comes down to rocking side to side, he barely has any movement. Now, Getting down to his belt is not glued to the suit, so it does move accordingly depending on what type of pose you put him in. This is really nice. I really like that. Really smart choice. Going down to the legs, you see he only get about that far apart, so he's not getting that much far. When they come down to spreading the legs outwards. Going forward, he does get a nice range going forward. Going back, he can't because he actually has butt cheeks like some of the larger toys, so it prevents him to put his leg back. So he's really limited on leg posability. Going down to the knee, he has a double hinge, which is really nice. Great looking bend, doesn't look awkward, definitely works. Going down to the ankle, he has a hinge here, which is next to nothing. You really get too much. Now the only thing is, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but it does seem like the peg is going directly down into the foot instead of going down on the angle, so he don't have wide stance poses. You can only tilt it slightly, because what I just noticed by moving this is on a ball joint, but the plastic is so close together, it's such a tight fit, it kind of prevents him from tilting his leg, which in a way I get it, because they don't want no gaps and it looks nice and flush, but it does hinder some of his poses, making his foot flat to surface. So that's probably the only small thing, but further as keeping the pose, giving him dynamic looks, you can definitely do it. It's there. I will say I love this Dredd figure. This is probably one of my favorite Dredd figures that I own, and I'm definitely looking forward to what nice Metacon will be continue to create. So that is my Dredd review. If you don't have the Dredd figure by now, like I said, if you're a Dredd fan of any sort, or if you just think this character actually looks dope, definitely pick him up. It is definitely well worth the money. It's a very, very nice piece. Like I said, I'm extremely shocked on how good this figure really is, so I'm really happy I picked him up. So thank you for checking out the review, and y'all have a great one. Continue to collect. Take care.